Hey everybody, Tracy Brown here. This is going to be a good week. I'm super excited. I love talking about, honestly, our dreams, what we want to accomplish, how do we want to help people. It's one of my favorite topics. I love motivating people to take risk and do some stuff that stuff that's challenging or hard. And I'm going to actually repost in this group as well from my other, like the actual decoding and non-diet counseling skills training group for people who've been through that program. I'm going to put my post over there about I've been doing some really hard stuff. And I don't know sometimes what the heck I'm doing, like what it's going to be like. I mean, I know what I'm doing, but I'm totally doubting myself. But anyway, I'm starting to come out the other side of like, I don't know if this is going to work. I think this is going to work, but I'm still in the grind of it. So anyway, I'll talk more about that. I'll share that post here later today so you can see what I was talking about. Anyway, so this week we're going to work on how to have a practice without it feeling icky. And basically what I mean by that is like that edge between doing the work you love, but also having to be in the work of like the business stuff. And unless you have maybe a business degree in here as well as or a marketing degree or whatever, or even just lots of experience, and to be a dietitian or a coach, I mean, unless you got that going on for you, please, you need to tag me and we'll talk more about how I can include you in some of the stuff I'm doing. But unless you don't have that, there's a huge disadvantage, and it's a huge learning curve that I've been just peck by peck working on these last several years. And anyway, we're going to talk about that because I want you all to be successful, whether no matter how you want your practice to be. I'm not looking personally to have a Mongo huge practice with a whole bunch of people like working as associates for me. I've been in that model and I just want to do something different. So that's what I'm doing. But that means you have to be a little bit more creative and do some things that are just a lot different than have like a group practice, let's say, to have income outside of your one-on-one time. So this week I want to talk about some little aspects of that in general, but many of you watching this, maybe you're just barely getting started and you have like one client, or you don't have hardly any clients yet and you're still learning, you're still in school maybe, and so that's fine. I want you to be thinking about, though, there's this level of deciding what you want, and you get to change your mind, of course, but if you make a decision like how you want your practice to be, it's a lot easier to be focused. And so I want you to know that how you want to do it is okay. I was once told that literally by some close mentors, like you can't do online work. It's not going to work. There's too many coaches out there. It's not going to work. I was told that. That was, I don't know, 6 years ago maybe. I'm so glad I didn't listen, even though I was like scared it was true. So I want you to decide what you want. And so for me, what I'm really, really clear about is that, I want to help people and as impactful and meaningful way around non-diet and recovery work as possible. And I want to help professionals do the same. So I'm really clear about like that thing. And I also don't want to work on, I'll be honest, like 9 to 5-ish kind of stuff. And I don't have a lot of flexibility. And I don't even want to see as many clients as I used to see 10 years ago. Not because I don't love them, but I tend to work with people who have a lot of complex trauma and early attachments, and I think that a lot of people who do, those aren't the clients you have to see. That just ends up who likes to come see me. Not all my clients, but a lot of them. So that means I don't want to have, there's a time where I could easily see 25 clients a week, as many as 30. Now I'm more to the place like 15, 20 is good. 15 actually feels the best, but sometimes I see more. Sometimes I see a lot less. Sometimes I see closer to 12 because practices do fluctuate. But I don't mind that because I still want to have all this time to help develop and support other professionals like you all, whether you're, again, not even seeing clients yet or you've been doing this a really long time, but you're shifting gears into maybe some more niche stuff or broader stuff or whatever. So this is what this group exists, is to help you today, Monday. This is Make It Happen Monday. All I want you to do today, and a lot of us have a day off, or at least some of the day off. Maybe you're with your family, but I would love for you to carve out some time about what you want things to look like. And you don't have to know, because I thought I wanted to have a big, huge practice with a bunch of people, or at least a couple dietitians working under me or coaches. I wanted that 10 years ago. That's what I thought I wanted. But then I had a kid and I recognized I like hanging out with her. And so I didn't want to have to do that. And I didn't want to have to build that much of a practice, definitely locally. So again, I want you to be thinking about what kind of people do you want to see? How many people per week? Do you actually not want to see that many people, but you love groups and you want to do more groups? We're not talking about the how today. We're just going to talk about what do you want to see happen. So for me personally, I want kind of an equal spread of clients and professional work with professionals like you all. Whether it's programs or supervision or whatever, because I just get so much joy out of both, and it's nice to have a variety. You might be somebody that I like to see clients, and I also want to run, cooking demonstrations, or I want to have my food photography business going, or I want to do some personal training or teach yoga. I want to do other stuff. And I also have, when I say clients and professionals, all of my stuff is really niched around bottom up, somatic counseling practices too. So you might not see me be as loud in advocacy and social justice stuff around body positivity and HAES, and I'm firmly entrenched in all that. It's just that I'm kind of a boots on the ground in the trenches, helping people really work through their personal stuff around, lack of attachment, and doing that through the food area. And, for people who have struggled with sensory defensiveness and all those kind of things, and decoding, I feel fat and all those things. That feels like my place right now. And so I've gotten really clear on that. But it doesn't have to be you. You could be a person who loves being out in your community, working in schools and doing all kinds of things. So I just want you to get kind of clear for now. You can always change your mind later. But I want you to start thinking about, what am I trying to accomplish? It's September right now, seeing this video. What am I trying to accomplish between now and December? What do I want to see happen with how many clients I have? Or I just want to get my website done. Get clear about that and what you want that to do for you in your life. Because you do need to have okay, or let's say you have a money goal. Well, what's that money for? If you just have a random amount, it's hard to have some structure around what am I going to do to try to generate that. You need have some clarity about that. So we can talk more deeply about that as the week goes by. I'm looking at the rest of our week and what we're going to discuss, and I think, for the next 2 days, we're going to do some of that. Actually, every day I'm going to have you doing a little bit of something around pushing your edges, doing something direct, in your practice of your business or whatever, to have clarity. So that's what this week's going to be about. I'm also going to talk about how do we do all this and not be icky, because that held me back for so long. I just wouldn't market because I was so afraid that if I told people what I offered, it'd be salesy and icky. And what we're going to talk about yesterday is how I've learned how to do that. So some of my success tips on that, about how to not be icky, basically I just learned how to be myself and do that. So that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow as well. But today is get clear. I'm actually going to spend some time doing that today as well. What I'm working on that's related to the post I'm going to put out later from now until December, and then from December or January on, kind of what my plans are coming up, because it's just kind of nice to have an idea at least where you're going. So, all right, take care. I gotta go, and I'll talk to you all really soon. Take care.